They are one of the most beautiful animals on the planet. Their beauty and peacefulness are captivated when they glide through the water. Over every wave, schools of dolphins play, sing, and jump with the ocean tide. But their beauty and the smiles upon their faces are also a significant cause to their demise. People take part in interacting with these mammals, whether you're swimming with them on vacation or watching them at SeaWorld or Marineland. But where do the dolphins come from? In the far east of Japan, there is a small fishing town where thousands of dolphins are caught and shipped to marine parks all over the world. But in this small town of Taiji, they will forever be tainted by another activity.
What's happening over in Taiji is what we call a drive fishery. So they're going out approximately 30 kilometers from their shoreline to where dolphins migrate by and do a lot of feeding. So what they do is, as soon as they locate them, they use these poles that they hammer on, which causes a wall of sound, which drives the dolphins inshore because they run from this. So the cruelty starts right there. Bring over the dolphin trainers within the area, from the Whale Museum, from the Dolphin Resort, from the Taiji Harbor area, and they pick out the best young female dolphins that they feel that they can train in order to sell them for extreme amounts of money. And those animals go into a life of cruelty and suffering for many years before they finally die from certain reasons. And the rest, their family, is slaughtered.
Bob Timmons is not only an activist, he is also an artist who uses his art and merchandise to capture the desperate lives of the dolphins in Taiji. And he explains the importance of our awareness.
Well, this painting, when I became aware of the issues of Taiji, I wanted to paint the story because to me it's like a meditative way of releasing it from me and putting it somewhere to allow people to learn from it. So this painting itself took about 90 hours, and what I got here is, I have one of their fishing boats filled with dolphin bodies. We're talking 23,000 dolphins that get killed in Japan on a yearly basis. And this is an ocean goddess in my eyes, so I always use a blood teardrop in my awareness paintings. That's kind of like a mark that I do. So I have a black striped dolphin, and I have the ocean goddess, where her hair within the cove has become the turmoil, the violence, the struggles that these dolphins endure. The cove is actually over in this area, and the mouth is where they actually drive it in, and then they net it off like I put here. And then as soon as they're netted off, these dolphins have no way of escaping. I decided to use my art, my passion. As I started networking that painting and that story, I started coming upon many other horrific actions against animals, and one being the dolphin slaughter. But I finally ended up painting, for this story. I call them my awareness paintings, which to me are horrifically beautiful. Anything regarding the ocean is gorgeous, and then when you put the story in behind it, that's the horrific part about it that people aren't aware of. So that's how I found out about the dolphin issues. And then as I got more involved, I became street active. I started doing talks at the university here in Toronto. I started organizing, fundraising for organizations that help animals. Then I got involved with Sea Shepherd, which I was following because they were doing a lot of action on the ocean. And I started adding them into my paintings because they were part of a lot of marine stories, marine life slaughters around the world. I decided that I'm going to go to Taiji because they started doing their first ground campaign called Cove Guardians, and did my first season. It was only like a couple weeks, and I seen about 90 dolphins get slaughtered. On my first day there, I seen about 50 black striped dolphins get slaughtered, which was pretty intense. The best thing that people can do to help the dolphins is to first off not buy a ticket to any marine parks. All these dolphins are like orphans. Their family has been slaughtered. They've been violently removed from the ocean. So by supporting them, you're supporting this industry unknowingly. All of us come together and really put our foot down and say we don't need these anymore. There's so much horrific stuff happening, but there still is a lot to save. There's still a lot to protect.
Awareness is the key, and it is through individual people like Bob Timmons and activists and animal organizations like the Sea Shepherd and the Ocean Preservation Society that allow animals to live free all over the world, including the dolphins in the very small cove in Taiji, Japan.